Before we start today's episode of the I'm F.I.N.E podcast, we want to make sure to thank our partners at Trio. Don't wait. Be ready and connect with Trio. FAFSA applications are now open. The sooner you apply, the higher chances you have of receiving the full grant. The Trio staff at Governors State University are the perfect people to help. Trio can help with the financial aid process and scholarship searches. Trio can provide fee waivers for admission applications, assist with the admission application processes, online tutoring, help with GED referrals, and provide payments for the GED test. Trio provides various avenues for career explorations, as well as resume and interview preparation. Trio can also help you understand and complete your FAFSA application. If you're ready to take the next step on your educational journey, contact Trio at 708-235-3352 for more information, or visit their website at www.govstu.edu/TRIOEOC. On today's episode of the I'm F.I.N.E podcast, we are going to talk about finding our purpose after military service. We're going to explore the challenges and opportunities of veterans transitioning to the civilian world, identify strategies for discovering purpose, and do our best to provide our brand of inspiration for veterans seeking meaning and fulfillment beyond their military service. And today we will do those things with our friend and Army veteran, Jared Walters.
Welcome to the I'm F.I.N.E podcast with your freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional hosts, Eric Peterson and Brad Stozic.
I fucked up once.
It's okay.
That's not bad. I got through the whole first part, though. I didn't fuck up one time.
Impressive.
I'm getting better. Learning how to read. I'm practicing more with my daughter. You know what I mean? We're both learning.
Lucky. I can't even learn how to read because I can't see the words.
Son of a bitch. Wait, nope. That's the one I was looking for. I got to remember. That's option D.
Yeah, just put a sticker on it.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, Jared.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. It's good to see you here. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad that we can actually make it happen today.
So we tried to do this. Was that last week?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, we just like fucked up our scheduling, and then we couldn't get Jared on, and then you were super apologetic, even though it was 100% our fault. And I asked him like 12 hours before. I was like, hey, man, you want to be on an episode? Because I wanted him to be on an episode before. Anyway, we were talking about it. You know what I mean? And we tried, and it didn't work. That's okay, because he's here now.
Yeah, we're all good, man.
Fuck yeah, man. So I want to welcome everybody. I want to welcome our listeners to another episode of the I'm F.I.N.E podcast, an unprofessional, unapologetic look at mental health through the perspective of a couple of not disgruntled, but maybe slightly gruntled veterans. I'm your host, Eric Peterson, along with my co-host and master of fighting the battles that you can't see,
Brad Stozic.
Bradley Stosiak.
Bradley Stozic.
Thanks for being here, Brad. Thanks for always being here. We're going to get that on a t-shirt.
I hope so.
I mean, like, I wanted to do it if you still want to do it. With you, like, smiling.
Sure. With the 172nd best mental health podcast in Cambodia.
I need to open up with that. We are the 172nd best mental health podcast in Cambodia. And until we got that award, I didn't realize that I look Cambodian. Like, when we looked it up, and you were like, well, maybe, like, you look Cambodian. And I was like, no, I don't look Cambodian. And we Googled it. I fucking look Cambodian.
Turns out, huh?
Super close. Real close. Like, I was weird. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, 172nd best mental health podcast in Cambodia. Very proud of that. And like I just mentioned, we are joined by our friend and member of the Fat family, Jared Walters. Jared, would you mind giving us a little background, just kind of on yourself, military and out, and kind of what brought you over to like Project Headspace and Timing?
Yeah, I did 4 years in the Army, one deployment to Iraq, and got out, became a mechanic. I was a mechanic in the Army, so I became a mechanic. Mechanics don't get paid very well, especially if you're not union in this area. So I was able to get into the pipe fitters union and join that after, I would say, 3 years after I got out, and then got in there, been working construction for ever since. So about 8 years, something like that. And after, well, actually not after that, about, I don't know, 2 months ago, I decided to Can you swear on this podcast?
Yeah.
Fucking yeah,
Okay.
man.
After about 2 months ago, I'm like, you know what? Fuck construction, because it sucks and it's all unpredictable and it's all dependent on everything else. And it doesn't matter about anything that you put in. The weather could just completely fuck your life up
Right.
for a while.
Right.
And not only that, but it was just kind of a drag. Like, I'm not a big social media guy,
Mm-hmm.
and it was Facebook is what we were doing the piping for. And I was
Oh.
like, so it was even more like you go in, you're like, I don't really like my job. And now I'm doing it for Facebook.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, fuck this.
Oh, man.
And,
yeah.
So I decided to I was a volunteer fireman while I was a mechanic. Then I got out of that. So I'm kind of trying to pursue that again.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So that's my story in a nutshell.
Very cool, man. What brought you over? How did we link up? Do you remember?
Yeah, through my stepmom. My stepmom works at Riverside,
Mm-hmm.
and you worked with her.
Yep.
And when I came back, because I was in North Carolina for a while, when I came back, she said, hey, link up with this guy named Eric Peterson. So I did, and the rest is history.
Rest is history. She was one of my preceptors when I learned how to become a paramedic. She was awesome. I've talked about my time with Riverside a few times. And like when I was there, the preceptors were all like super strong. Like it was awesome getting to like learn from all of them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it was a very fulfilling career for the most part. But like, you know, when I first got home, before I did the contracting thing, that's when I was working as a paramedic, and I was part-time, wasn't full-time, because like most places are like what, 24 on, 48 off
Yes.
situation like that.
Yep.
But that's not too bad. You know what I mean? But at that time, it really wasn't paying very well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To
It's
be a
still
paramedic.
not,
Yeah.
really.
It's amazing how little the people that are supposed to help keep you alive sometimes are.
That show up when
You know
you're
what I mean?
dying.
That's what we were talking about when we first got here.
Yeah.
But
The pay, like the jobs that really matter don't get paid, like teachers, dude.
teachers and fucking first responders,
yeah.
Yeah.
police officers,
Yeah.
you know, paramedics for sure, like
Privates in the military,
Oh, geez. Yeah. You're making like,
enough to drink beer.
I was gonna say you're making 12 grand a year and you're like, I'm on top of the fucking
Yeah.
world.
Because you didn't have to
bro.
pay for anything.
Which is true. You were used to spending $0
Yeah.
a year. And now it's like, fuck, man. Like, man, yeah, we didn't make shit as a private
No.
all the way up. But anyway, so yeah, I appreciate you being here. And just since you've done stuff, you know, with the F.I.N.E, you're one of those guys where if somebody's in a bad spot and they reach out, you're like one of the first ones to respond.
Fuck
You know
yeah,
what
I
I
try
mean?
to be.
Yeah. And that's something I always really appreciate and respected about you.
Mm.
So I'm glad that you're here, man.
Well, we've all been there.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, just the other day, somebody in our group had like a fucking flat tire, and it was at like 8 in the morning or something like that. I don't know. It was like in the
something
morning.
that.
And that person put a message out, and I don't know, like 6 people responded within seconds. Jared was the first one by a mile. Jared was
Yeah.
like, I'm already in the car. I'm like halfway there. Like he was already fucking on the way.
It's probably a good thing I can't see these messages,
Yeah.
because like I can hit them with moral support. Like, hey, somebody's coming, guys. You got it.
Hey, man, moral support is important too, buddy.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
that's okay.
You know what's funny about that is like 6 people did respond, and I even said, you know, hey, I'll be in the car in 10 minutes. I'll be on my way. And I don't know, 20 minutes later, somebody responded again. Who all is helping?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a fucking tire.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
Like, I think I got it.
No,
You
man.
know?
I mean,
I mean, it was awesome. It was incredible because it's like, you know, 6 people right away. But I thought it was funny, like somebody was even verifying that there was a group helping fix a tire. And I'm like, I think I got this one.
Yeah.
You know, you guys stand by for the next one.
well, you know how unions work, man. There needs to be like 6 guys. there
I didn't know how
probably.
to do it without a foreman.
5
Honestly.
people just kind of watching it happen, and then 1 person that's like doing the work.
Yeah.
Like I would be there. We would be there, probably just like smoking, just hanging out in the back or something while they're like taking care of it. You know what I mean? And
Sounds
then
about
2 people would probably be arguing, and then you'd have Jared just like doing the actual fucking work. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good spot to be at. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? For Jared. And for you and I.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today's topic is about finding purpose after the military, and it's important for veterans' mental health and well-being. So we've discussed issues that veterans deal with when transitioning from the military into the civilian world, with like the loss of camaraderie that we did in the last episode. So today we wanted to talk a little bit more about the issues of losing our own identities and being kind of uncertain about the future, and like how difficult that is, especially at the age you're at when you get out of the military. For some guys, if you didn't go the full distance. So do you guys remember what you guys were feeling when you were about to get out of the military, and what was that like for you guys?
I was super happy.
Yeah.
I was ecstatic, dude. I couldn't wait. I started the countdown like 8 months before, and I was like, no, I can't do that. I'm getting out.
Did you have a plan? Like, did you know what you were going to do? Or
No
were you
clue.
just so happy to be out of the military? That's all you were thinking about?
Dude, I changed my mind like 18 different times. I was like, I'm going to be a
Really?
nurse. I'm going to be a chef. I'm going to like be a nanny. Like, dude, and you name it. I was
The
like, I'm going
world
to do
is
that.
your oyster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty happy about getting out.
Yeah. What about you?
I was super happy
Yeah.
about getting out.
Yeah.
I definitely had a plan,
Yeah.
and it was just to be a mechanic, and that was it. It was a mission, and it is what I looked at it. Hey, I'm getting out. Fuck this place. My next mission is be a mechanic.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of sunk everything into.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt the same way when I started working for Riverside. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I wanted to be a firefighter,
Mhm.
and I wanted to, and they said that at the time, if you want to do that, you should get your paramedic license. And I was like, okay. So that was my plan when I got out. I was going to do that. And that obviously changed for me too. But I think having some sort of plan is kind of important. However, I know a lot of guys that kind of look at when they're getting out, like you, Brad, like you said, like you're just focused on the fact that you don't have to do this shit anymore.
Yeah.
And then you're like, though, I have my whole life in front of me. I can do whatever I want. I'll figure it out when I get there.
But then you get home and you're like, shit, I have to do a job that require me. Dude, my first job out of the military,
Yeah.
I was a manager at Wendy's.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Fucking everybody, you gotta work somewhere.
It was only awful for the
'Cause
simple
the
fact that
people,
I
customers?
no, I had to drive up to Orland. So I worked at the one off of LaGrange.
Yeah.
That's the Wendy's I had to drive to every day, like 4 a.m.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, I wasn't having it.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I don't know. I think that it's really important. Like they before you get out, they have taps now, and they have other shit where like they will try to help you come up with a plan. But if you just want to get the fuck out, that's all you're thinking about.
Dude, I had a mass sergeant blast me. Not really blast me, but he made me feel stupid because my resume wasn't 12 to 17 pages.
Oh, now it's supposed to be like 1 page.
Yeah, for sure. That's way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I've lived long enough to have 12-page resume, bro. Like, what do you?
You really have to stretch some shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Played Little League Baseball.
Yeah, but they had our resume class in the Army.
Did they?
Getting out, they had a resume class, and it was fucking bullshit.
Dude.
Oh,
I mean, it
yeah.
was like, have you ever led PT? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, I have led 120 people in physical ability calisthenics.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, you just
teaching you how to bullshit.
That's all
just
it
fucking
was.
getting you ready with some E4.
Yeah.
Fucking E4 mafia was like rolling in, trying to take care of you on your way out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
So I think that the post-service adjustment difficulties are very real for veterans. Like a lot of veterans have a hard time, I think, when they first get out. Well, I say that, but it's like not within the first week. That's like, I'm saying like within the first year.
Yeah.
I think that's when you start to have some issues. I think at least that was it for me. But like I said, it was my wife that kind of recognized first, and my plans kept changing. So I didn't really think when I was in, I had a little bit of that plan, but I also had very much some of your outlook too, Brad, in that like, I just wanted to get the fuck out. I wasn't thinking about shit. I didn't pay enough attention. I didn't plan harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as what I was going to do when I got out.
I was also active duty though too, so I was there a lot more than. Well, not. I mean,
Oh yeah.
for the most part,
Yeah.
except for being deployed. But like, dude,
Right.
yeah, being around the same people, same island,
Oh yeah.
dude.
Fuck.
Okinawa was 60 miles long and 17 miles wide. Like it, not a whole lot of places to go.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. But yeah, so I wanted to look some stuff up about that as far as like how difficult that post-service adjustment is for veterans. And I went to SAMHSA.gov, so Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. And I found this. It says transitions for veterans can be especially burdensome due to shifting from the unique collective culture of military service to shaping a more individualized role in how they live, work, and interact with others. Studies indicate that 44% to 72% experience high levels of stress during transition from military to civilian life. So I'm like, yeah. That's probably, yeah. So you're saying it's from like half to fucking 3/4 of vets that are of people serving that are getting out are like dealing with some stress or stressing the fuck out when they get out. And I understand that.
Yeah.
Data also suggests that approximately half of those who recently separated from military service may not immediately connect with available resources, benefits, and services, which is, I fucking didn't do it for like over a decade. So yeah. Without support, more complex behavioral health concerns might emerge. In 2020, approximately 5.2 million veterans experienced a behavioral health condition. Additionally, more than 90% of those experiencing a substance use disorder did not receive treatment. So 90% of veterans that are transitioning to the civilian world that have a substance use issue don't get treatment for it. You know what I mean? And I could totally fucking see that.
Yeah.
Because when you get out, what do they ask you? Like, how much do you drink? And you're like, no, I don't. I have one beer, two beers. You're talking to like a platoon of grunts or something, and they're like, no, none of them drink alcohol. They don't, I mean, a couple of beers here and there, maybe a Busch Light or something, but nothing else. Like,
where inside you're like, you mean in the last hour?
Yeah. Or, I'm just glad you don't smell it on me right now. But it's like, yeah, of course, veterans aren't going to feel safe to come forward about their substance use issues when they get out because they had to hide that shit before they got out so they could get out. Otherwise, they wouldn't get out.
Yeah.
Something else would have happened. You know what I mean? Like that always pissed me off when you were demobbing and they asked you all those things. Because it's like when I was demobbing, I knew that, I just got back from Afghanistan. If you don't know what demobbing is and you're getting ready to go home and see your family. And, totally lost my train of thought. What was I just talking about?
Demobilization.
Well, yeah, but you were talking about drinking and
hiding it.
Yes.
Like getting out. Yeah.
So I knew that sitting there and talking to that doctor or whoever it was, if I told them what I was thinking and feeling and stuff, then everybody else would have got to go home to their families and I would have had to stay behind and like go fucking check in with some other doctor and blah, 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 blah. So like nobody says shit. Nobody ever says shit. And then you get out.
Yep.
And so then you actually do have a problem and you don't want to go get treatment for it. And we wonder why people that served, veterans and stuff aren't quick to getting their benefits on their own. Like they don't almost care. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't want them.
Dude, I think they pounded into you though. Right? They pound into you
selflessness.
Like, yeah, you look after people and like, hey, don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get your brother in trouble. Like, so no, you don't drink. You have 2 drinks a week and that's it.
Not only that, but I mean, you kind of like read the room. At least I did. Because I had a problem when I got out with drinking.
Yeah.
And it was, you go to the doc or whatever and they're like, all right, how many drinks do you have? And you're like, I don't know, 3 a night. Oh, 3 a night? Well, you know, on a Friday I might have 3. And then they're like, and then like, oh, what about during the week? One a night? And then they're like, oh, you have 1 a night? Well, some days I don't drink.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
and as you take the garbage out to the barracks, like, clink, 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 clink.
For sure. I mean, I was drinking a fucking case of beer a night.
Oh yeah.
And there's no way that I would have ever admitted that to anyone.
No,
oh yeah.
We did too.
But so many service members get fucking shit housed and we're all like young. And so at the time, I mean, most of us, so you think about just that is a powder keg situation for just borning alcoholics. I feel like, you know what I mean? Because we're all on our own for the first time, most of us for our first time, getting ready to go fucking fight some fucking war or something like that. So it's like, yeah. And I'm just getting to know all these guys that are going to be my fucking brothers and sisters when we go overseas. Like, we're probably going to go through shit. We're going through shit in training already. It's like, yeah, we're going to get fucking shit housed together a lot. We're going to do a lot of dumb shit because that's what you do to build a team, to build morale. You know what I mean? You like, you have to go through a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, my other question was, what values, skills, strengths, etc. do you guys think you developed in the military? Like what values?
I think being able to connect with everybody, like being able to connect with people on like a personal level. And it's like easy to get there because we have like a common background.
Yeah.
Would that be a skill, I think?
I would say so. What about you, Jared?
I think it's just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it's like, yeah, this fucking job sucks. I get it. Okay, we still got to do it. You know? So yeah, we'll bitch a little bit and we'll have fun bitching, but the job's going to get done because that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
And I think, especially in construction, people that weren't in the military, you could kind of see because they're like kind of pussyfooting around, maybe do it half-ass.
Yeah.
Like, man, this job really sucks. And we're like, yeah, I get it. It sucks. What's next? Fucking do it. You know, and I think that was a big value of the military is it doesn't matter if it fucking sucks. You either embrace the suck or not, but you still have to do the work. Yeah.
I mean, the job's still got to get done no matter what. Like, it's always mission first. Like, this is what you have to go fucking do no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got in trouble, not in trouble, but when I first got out, one of my first jobs is I worked in a warehouse and it was a Manuka and it was a really big warehouse. And so all I did all day was I just loaded Connexes. I just fucking loaded them. And excuse me, I did it with a team. There's like 3 others and they were all around the same age or younger. And then our boss, it was for like, I forget who it was for, but our boss is a pretty cool dude. And so this is my first fucking job, one of my first fucking jobs. And so every day I'm working. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I'm working. When it's break time, I'll go take a break for exactly 15 minutes or whatever the fuck it is. And then I'll be back right when the fuck I told you I was going to be back. Like, I took it serious and I worked hard because for me, the goal was to get the job done. The other people that I worked with, the goal was to make the job take 8 hours.
Yeah.
Those are two different minds. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And so some of them kind of took me aside and were like giving me shit about it. And mind you, I'm not sprinting back and forth.
You're just working.
I'm just working consistently and I'm just not fucking around. I'm just doing the job. You know what I mean? And they were frustrated by that a little bit. And I got shit for that. And soon after I left that place, because I just felt weird. Not my boss was great, but it was just like, how the fuck? Like, you're trying to make this job take longer. I'm trying to move through this job so we can get to the next job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the whole thing. And to both of your points, you learn how to work with anyone to do that job because you have to.
Yeah.
Because there's no other option. There is no option B. You have to work together to fucking do this thing. So like, what are you going to do? Well, I guess I'm going to put all the petty bullshit aside.
Yeah.
And fucking learn how to work with these guys and then get the job done.
Yep.
Or keep the petty bullshit going as a fucking morale booster.
Yeah.
And just get the job
going, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's partly why our senses of humor are fucked up. Because we know how to joke about anything and everything and can do it at any moment.
For sure.
It does not matter how tense of a situation, how fucking sad of a situation. We can make jokes when the fuck ever. Like, I was making jokes to myself, like shortly after my mom passed. I was finding things to make a joke about, whether they were funny or not in my own mind. And fuck, man, that's a skill.
That is pretty impressive.
I think that's a skill.
Yeah, but we hardly ever make jokes if it's like just chill time. It's when shit's hitting the fan.
Yeah.
That's when we're like cracking them off. Like,
That's a good point.
Yeah. Because, and that's part of I think that's part of our coping mechanism, because any smart person would be like, fuck this. We're not doing this. We're quitting. We're going home. You know what I mean? And we're like, whatever, bro, I'm here.
Just like, whoa, did you just see that?
I'm not going anywhere, man. Fuck it.
Yep.
So did you guys, do you think that your skills that you learned in the military helped you transition into finding your purpose in the civilian world?
I would say definitely. But the only problem for me is my transition was, I don't want to say seamless, but it was get out. What's the next mission? Mechanic, get it. Go into that. Okay. Mechanic's not working out. What's the next mission? Construction. Okay, get it. And then it was while I was working construction, that's when transitioning for me hit. Because it was like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, is this actually meaningful work? Am I here for a reason?
Right.
Like, is this really what I'm put on the earth for? Is to do the pipe work for fucking Facebook?
Yeah.
You know, and so that was, I don't know, 10 years after I got out. That's when it really started hitting that it's like, this not working out. You know, it was just monotonous bullshit. None of the work was fulfilling. It was, you know, at the end of the day, you're like, man, that looks good, but what's it for? You know?
Yeah. I get that. It's really tough, especially when there's so much time, like downtime, and you're not doing anything. Like, I don't feel taking breaks is great. And, you know, have your boundaries. Self-care is important, but I gotta keep busy.
Yeah.
And if I start to get not busy, I find other, and I've talked to my therapist about that. My therapist is like, part of that's probably your coping, you know, strategy as far as like dealing with stuff. Cause I got to deal with my own bullshit too. You know what I mean? So part of me is like, I'm just trying to keep myself busy too. So I understand that.
My therapist asked me or she said, describe a relaxing scene for you.
Okay.
I was like, jujitsu. And she's like, well, no, I mean like something that calms you. And I was like, yeah, like that. That's it. I want to be, you know,
you want to be choked?
Yeah. I want some guy to try to fucking choke me. Yeah. That is calming me down.
Yep.
Nice, buddy.
About 10 minutes after the show, bro.
All right. Sweet.
No, but that's also the kind of mentality I feel like you have to have if you're a first responder, if you're a fucking paramedic or a firefighter. Those situations that some would think are chaotic, you almost have to find a rhythm to. Yeah. In a way where you're just like, I'm comfortable with this.
But we have that rhythm.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if other people do or not, but we have that rhythm. We've seen it where it's like, okay, your training leads up to this emergency situation and you've trained it so much that you just do the work.
Yeah.
Where other people driving by might see, you know, this huge fire and they have no idea what's going on, but you know your job in the fire and he knows his job in the fire and you know both of you are going to accomplish the job together to get the mission done.
Oh man, that's really important. That's another thing I feel like that lacks is like having that amount of trust in your coworkers sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
Depending on the job, obviously. Like I've worked with some phenomenal people, but I've also had jobs where I'm like, I don't fucking trust you at all. And I got to work with you. And I got to watch what I fucking say around you. You know what I mean? Like,
luckily, construction's a lot like the military.
I could imagine. I got buddies that are in different unions and shit. So yeah, I could definitely see that. So at least that was a nice way to kind of ease your way into it. You know what I mean? So I wanted to talk about exploring some post-service opportunities, that some of which we already just talked about. So there's a lot of different types of post-service opportunities available to veterans. For example, we have education, employment, entrepreneurship, volunteering, and advocacy. So you're in school right now. Like we all went to school after we got out.
Yep.
When did you go to school before your current period?
Well, I went through the entire pipe fitter apprenticeship program.
How long is that?
5 years.
5 years?
5 years.
School in that entire time?
So I did, before I got into pipe fitters, I did a lot of community college with like welding classes, electrical classes, and stuff like that, just trying to figure out what my next step was going to be.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got into the 5 years of the apprenticeship program.
Nice.
So I've got quite a bit of college under my belt, but it's not what people want, you know, with like a resume or anything like that.
Right.
I took an electrical class because I was too poor to hire a fucking electrician, but I had the GI Bill.
Yeah.
So
smart.
Took a class and learned how to do my own shit.
So
that I could rewire a lot of shit that was fucked up at my first house.
Yeah. That's cool.
Same thing with welding. The company I was with, when I was a mechanic, they needed a welder. Well, I knew that I would be more marketable as a mechanic if I learned how to weld. So I took the GI Bill and I went and took welding classes.
That's awesome.
But the college didn't like me because they're like, well, welding and electricity are not the same.
Oh,
And, you know,
shit about
I was like,
that.
I don't give a fuck about the program.
You can use it for whatever you want.
Yeah, I just want to learn how to weld. And so I have a lot of college, but nothing to lead up to like an associate's or anything.
Yeah, but you have so much real world applicable stuff too. It's not like you went for 5 years and you got your, what do you call it?
Multidisciplinary studies degree.
Multidisciplinary studies degree. Who the fuck would do that? But hey, you did it.
I did
You did it and
You got it done.
You did it.
Now, going to school in that environment, because it was around a lot of construction workers, was it also still like similar to the military already?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, because like going to college, I went to community colleges and then Governor State. I went to KCC and Governor State, but at both places, you know, it's nothing like the military, bro. You know,
Oh God.
so it was kind of tough. You had some. I mean, I had problems, not so much at KCC, but I did a little bit at Governor State, because that's also when I was getting into the bachelor side of my degree that I'm still like fucking 12 credits away from. And we had to write stories about like the toughest things that have ever happened to us. And so I talked about the IED and shit. You know what I mean? I like wrote about some of the stuff that I went through overseas, and I had other students.
Was it a speech? Like, did you have to give a speech about it?
Just like we just had to write a paper out.
Okay.
We didn't have to talk about it. And then one of the other students wrote about how hard it was to be a college student. Now, I've said this before too. What that is a fucking testament to her parents. Like, hey, I mean, you did so well. You created such a great environment, I guess, for your kid that they never went through any hardship. So I guess kudos to you for a degree, or to a degree. But like, it was also hard for me to like feel like I could even talk to the other students in my class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just felt like such an outsider, and I wasn't that much older than them at the time. It was maybe like 6 years or something, but I felt like I was in another world.
Dude, you're telling me.
Yeah,
I was 10 years older.
Yeah.
And then I went to a pretty conservative religious school.
Yeah. And you have a podcast where you say fucking balls and stuff.
I do. Yeah.
And one of your professors listened to it, didn't they?
I think they do.
And you didn't get in trouble?
No. Because I'm not really like affiliated with the school.
Oops.
Like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a teacher or anything. So
it's fine.
I mean,
But it was hard when you first started, wasn't it?
It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. I had to not talk. Like I just like I just couldn't open my mouth. So I was like, earpods, music. Because I mean, I had occasional people be like, oh, can I pray for you? And things like that. And I'm like, whatever. But
can they pray for you? Because why?
I don't.
Just because.
Because I'm blind. I was like studying, dude. I was in
What if one of them put their hand on your forehead and you got your sight back?
Whoa.
Like they do. Sometimes.
I don't know.
Would you start going back to that church?
No.
At Olivet?
No.
Even still, you'd be like, all right, that was pretty cool.
That was a fluke.
Yeah.
I did have a kid ask me if he could put his thumbs over my eyes as he prayed for me. And I'm like,
bro, that's weird.
I'm like, so weird. I'm like, dude, COVID. I don't know. I don't know where your hands have been. You're a 19-year-old college kid. Like, I don't.
I want to know what's going on in your mind when you're like, I'm going to ask this blind dude if I can put my thumbs on his eyes and pray for him. And he's going to be like, fuck. Yeah.
Like what if he just like ate garlic or something? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Or what if he was the Messiah?
Oh, fuck.
You missed out
this whole time. Man, you better find him. You better call him.
Nah,
have him come in here. Put his fingers on your eyes.
I'll take my chances.
Right. Well, so that's education.
Yeah.
That's why education's important.
But I don't have any of that.
What do you mean?
Like my education wasn't like that at all. Because even now I'm in EMT class, but most of them are going to be firemen, and firemen are like kids pretty much, joking around, doing a bunch of stupid shit anyway, just like military or construction. So I've never had like an actual math class in college where I would be involved with that. But I am a lot older than the kids that I'm going to school with right now.
Yeah.
Like we talked about being a freshman in high school, because we were talking about anatomy, and they're like, oh yeah, I took anatomy when I was a freshman. I was like, dude, kudos to you for remembering that. And he's like, well, it was 4 years ago. And I was like, oh
man. Yeah. Wait till you start dropping dates.
I did.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, I was a freshman in 2005. And he's like, oh, I was 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I forgot. We were in this one. And I said, I was like, oh, 2016 wasn't that long ago. And this one girl was like, I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
I was like, I hate you.
I'm at that point. It's when you're in your you're not in your mid 30s yet.
No.
All right. When you're in your mid 30s, fucking everything I say sounds like I'm a 90-year-old person. Like when I was 16, I worked at Sears department store and they sold tools that were guaranteed forever. Like, because they're like, shut up, old man. Like, you don't know what the fuck. Like, dude, the internet came on a disc. We have those stories now. That's our 5 miles uphill story.
So it's like having kids, though. When you got to explain to your kids like what they have and what you didn't have.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Trying to explain to your toddlers what the fuck Netflix is in comparison to what cable is. I was like, no, you just had to watch whatever was on.
Or like the old Netflix first started. Remember when you had to like mail the disc, wait a couple days, mail it back.
Yeah. I'm trying to teach Lily how to use a DVD player before we get her like any streaming anything. So like she's got a DVD player in her room because when I was a kid, I had a VHS player in my room and I could still watch I could watch movies from time to time and I thought it was fucking cool. And like she's still trying to figure it out like it's some weird space alien technology with every disc and how she but it's still like, fuck man, that's how old we are now.
I bet if you give her an iPhone, she'll figure it out just like that.
Both my kids at 2 understood that you could swipe a phone and it would unlock it and blah, 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 blah. Like I think that's all kids. Yeah. Like they're fucking so smart.
Well, they're digital natives. That's what they've grown up with.
Yeah. So. Entrepreneurship. So there's a lot of veterans out there that start their own businesses. Obviously like a lot of clothing lines, coffee companies, stuff like that. I definitely see the benefit in that because you don't have to listen to anybody. Like I think if you're working for yourself, the biggest pro is that you know where it's all going. Like you said earlier about doing a job and it's going to fucking Facebook or whoever, like, what the fuck am I doing this for? Yeah. It's easier to be able to work for yourself in that regard. However, like everything else is harder, I think. You know what I mean? But
well, I started my own company 2 years ago. It was a home remodeling company.
Nice.
And it was hard because it's only you.
Yeah.
You don't have a crew. You don't, you know what I mean? Like you're not part of the crew. You're not in with the little guy. I didn't have anybody working for me, but like, even if I did, you're not part of that. You are your own entity at all times. So entrepreneurship for me was hard.
Oh yeah.
Because not only, because I thought, oh, fucking foreman or the boss over there, the guy that owns the company, he only comes into work 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like this is bullshit. So when I started my own, I was like, wait, I don't have 100 people under me to come in for 2 hours a day. So I was working twice, if not 3 times as much as I was.
Oh my God.
Doing that. And it was only me.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me because you're in the truck alone. You go to the job alone. Yeah. You're fucking staring at your iPad all day because you got to do quotes and all that bullshit. So that was rough. I would almost rather be
working for somebody else.
Yeah, just a hand.
At that point, yes, I that would suck because it's like if you were with a team and you see something, at least part of your mind is like, it's not necessarily me that has to do that thing. Like somebody's going to do it. And if it happens to be me, that's fine. But somebody else might do it. As opposed to it's yourself where it's like, I have to do everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can't do because this is the whole job and I'm the only one that can do it. But I have to imagine when you get to the point where you do have some employees underneath you so you don't have to be at the job site all the time, that's got to be a pretty good spot to be at. I mean, it's still stressful, still hard, all that. Absolutely. But you're still working for yourself, not somebody else.
I feel like when you do get to that point, it would be better. Yeah. The employees that I had, like, they were just kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just like, hey, can you swing a hammer?
Yeah.
Can you come? And he's like, yeah, I can definitely swing a hammer. And then I'm like, oh, hey, measure that over there, because I need to cut this board. And he's like, about 6 inches. I was like, okay, what does that mean? And he's like, well, it's about
it's like around
inches.
There, give or take a couple
so I
inches.
Come up and I was like, that's 5 1/8. I was like, I can't cut it at 6 inches. It's not going to fit. And he had no idea what I was talking about. So
It's about 6 inches.
Yeah.
It's the story of my autobiography. Yeah, I get it. That's
good luck to you, man. That's awesome.
That's good for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
My autobiography is, I can't see.
I think that I have a hard time working for people. Like it was hard after doing stuff for F.I.N.E by myself for a year. And I wasn't doing I was still working as a PI. But as a PI, I got left the fuck alone. So I never dealt with my chain of command unless they were giving me a job. That was the only time I talked to them when I turned it in. But like going from doing everything for yourself to having to be under somebody again, like you forgot what it was like, you know, when you were in the military and you had somebody that was always over you telling you what to do. Now as an adult, I have a harder time when people tell me what to do, where I'm just like, fucking, who the fuck are you? Like, I will quit this job right now. I just get ridiculous in my own head about it sometimes, but I just have a hard time, I think, dealing with it.
Sure.
My own reason.
Well, you got to have good leaders. And that's just like that transitioning out of the military. If you get out, you're out of the military. So you can finally start telling people to fuck off.
Yeah.
But if you have good leadership and you can see where the mission is going, then it all makes sense.
That's true.
Like, hey, you know, we're going to cut these boards to this length for this job. Then it all makes sense.
Yeah.
It's when you have leaders that are like, hey, get over here, you fucking hand. Do it. And then you're like, all right, eat shit, dude.
Yeah. I definitely agree. Or ones that are just lazy as fuck and don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like that was, I agree. The other different types, like I said, volunteering and advocacy. So volunteering for nonprofits. Obviously, we're a nonprofit. Another nonprofit that we volunteer with a lot is Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Definitely. Like there are a lot of nonprofit organizations that have a mission that you can go be a part of. That's a really cool mission. And it doesn't matter what the fuck you like. Like you could go and be with dogs. You could work with veterans. You could work on motorcycles. You could build beds for kids. Like whatever the fuck it is that you think might give you some purpose, there's probably a nonprofit out there that like does something with that. So I think volunteering is extremely, extremely important. My parents never got me much into volunteering that much when I was a kid. Not for any like weird malicious reason. It was just, I don't know. We just didn't have the time. It wasn't the landscape for it. But like, I definitely want to get my kids into volunteering. I think it's good for anybody, but definitely for veterans. And you guys both volunteer for other organizations too, like Sleep in the Heavenly Peace.
Yeah. We went out today and built some beds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really cool environment going out there.
Yeah.
My wife actually went for the first time today.
Did she like it?
Oh, she fucking loved it.
That's awesome.
She's like, I am going to call off from every Thursday now just to go do that. Like she's going to switch her schedule so that she can go out and build beds.
Why do you think she likes it so much?
She was talking to me a little bit and she's like, I thought it was so cool that you show up and it's just a bunch of burly, like fucking meatheads.
Yeah.
And, you know, just a bunch of people that either, I don't know, look like they just got out of prison or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start talking to them and they are the sweetest fucking guys in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to help out the community. And that's all they're doing. So she really appreciated that.
Yeah. Well, it's that sense of worth that you get. And especially like if you're working in a job that might, you know, be difficult, like you don't necessarily have that sense of worth. I'm not saying that's the case there. I'm just saying like, especially if you're one of those people working or volunteering for an organization that has a strong sense of worth and purpose that you can agree with is huge. It is an instant boost to your mental health. More than, in my opinion, like any pill could be.
Mm-hmm.
When you go fucking do something like that, when you build a bed for a kid and then they get in the bed and they're smiling and you leave, you're like, dude, I could get hit by a fucking truck right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'd still be smiling, man. I'm in a great fucking mood right now.
For sure.
Like you get that when you do that. It's amazing. So yeah, volunteering, I think, is something that needs to be pushed harder on vets, on service members before they get out. Like try to find your purpose. Doesn't matter what the fuck it's with or who it's with or what you're doing. That's an important piece, I think. And then advocacy is pretty good. So, I mean, advocating for fellow veterans, getting involved with your clinic, your VA, your legions, your VFWs, organizations that are out there comprised of veterans that are doing a lot for veteran rights. You know, I definitely think that's a good thing too. I think it was hard, you know, when I first got back with American legions and VFWs, because it was just an older crowd and I didn't feel like I necessarily belonged there. They didn't do anything to make me feel that way. I've heard some vets have some horror stories going to different VFWs and Legions, but like as I've gotten older, I realize how much they do.
Yeah.
And I wish that I would have used them more as a resource when I was younger, because there's a lot of knowledge in there. And there's just cool guys. Like right now, you know, we're losing all of our Korean War vets.
Mm-hmm.
So we're down to like Vietnam, you know, is getting pretty close. And it's like, man, a lot of those vets have amazing stories. And so it's like that's why I like going to the veterans home. Again, volunteering. I've been going to the veterans home for fucking years. And you just feel good. Yeah. Like you go there, you hang out with a vet. God forbid they tell you some fucking crazy story about how they were 19 at the Battle of the Bulge and all this other shit. And you're just like, whoa, dude. And I just got to talk to this dude. He seems like he should have a movie about him. And I got to talk to him for like 45 minutes. That's fucking awesome. And I made his day by just existing. Because if you're like a vet at the veterans home or any nursing home for that matter, those people just want somebody to fucking sit there and talk to.
Yeah.
You can literally go do that whenever. It doesn't matter who you are, what you say. Like just by sitting there, you can make somebody's day. You know what I mean? Because they might have anybody else that's going to come visit them that week or month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely big into both volunteering and advocacy. So to you guys, are there some veterans that come to mind that you think have successfully transitioned into fulfilling careers or hobbies after leaving the military? Is there anybody you can think of? Famous, not anything?
Papa John was a Marine.
He was also racist.
Oh.
He said some things. That's why he's not.
Oh, boy.
He's not in them commercials anymore.
Oh.
Pizza's great, though. Got a great chicken Alfredo pizza.
Oh, boy.
Highly underrated.
I meant Drew Carey.
Oh. Drew Carey was a Marine.
He was a Marine.
Yes, he was. And you forget that.
You do.
You know, he's such a nice guy.
Drew Carey was a Marine.
Yep. I actually have a list that I'm going to read off after you guys go.
Oh, well, that's all
Anybody
I got.
else that you can think of?
Kind of let himself go after the Marines, right?
Yeah.
We all do.
Okay.
Yeah. But he got a TV show, Drew Carey show. It was pretty funny.
And he's on The Price is Right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't like, I don't know the Drew Carey show. Was that, I like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, that's a good
His
one.
line was also really fucking funny.
I think that was my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Line it was.
Yeah. Especially like the early years.
Yeah, the ones now aren't too bad, but
I haven't watched it in a while.
Yeah, I mean, neither.
it's okay.
Any other famous or any other veterans that you think of like is fitting this mold, that's successfully transitioning into the civilian world?
I mean, name any fucking SEAL that wrote 7 books and
That's true.
Now owns 17 companies.
David Goggins, Jocko Willink.
Wasn't Joe DiMaggio
Jason Redman.
Yeah. All those guys. And yeah, they have, the thing is though, they have a lot to say because they've seen a lot of shit and done a lot of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, they all seem like, and it's nice because they seem like, it seems like they were able to use their service as a way to find purpose after service.
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
The dude from, the new Star Wars, the guy who has like
Adam
no
Driver.
range, he was a Marine.
The guy that has no range. I watched that movie that's 65 million. Did you watch that movie? It's a weird fucking movie.
Was it any good and weird?
It wasn't that good.
I mean, he's just really bad.
You think he's bad?
He's got like one voice. This is me.
That's true. Well, I found a lot of other famous veterans that I do think successfully transitioned to fulfilling careers. I'm going to go by branch. Okay. Army leading the way per usual, according to, and all of these names I found on an article on people.com. So Army, we have Betty White.
No
I
shit.
can fucking stop right there, bro. I don't even need to go on.
Yeah, mic drop.
Done.
Boom.
Betty White, Clint Eastwood, Elvis Presley, Ice-T, Mr. T, Jimi Hendrix, Richard Pryor, James Earl Jones, went to fucking Ranger School, Jackie Robinson, who broke the color barrier in the major football or in the major baseball league. Jackie Robinson was honorably discharged from the Army for refusing to sit in the back of a segregated bus.
Nice.
Pretty fucking gangster.
That's awesome.
Gene Wilder.
Really?
Willy Wonka.
No shit.
Wow.
Was a medic at an Army hospital.
Wow.
Yep, that's Army. Marines. Still pretty solid. We got B. Arthur. So we got 2 Golden Girls that are best. You got Betty White and you got B. Arthur. Fucking stacking bodies when they're not stacking bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like It's fucking gangster. Adam Driver, like you said, Rob Riggle.
Yeah.
Rob Riggle was in the Marines until 2013.
Really?
So he was like acting. I think he retired out 23 years. So Drew Carey, Harvey Keitel, who was in the Quentin Tarantino movies, a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies. Gene Hackman, who I love Gene Hackman. He was the coach in The Replacements and Hoosiers and a bunch of other really great movies. He was busted down in rank 3 times when he was in the Army. Steve McQueen, you know what Steve McQueen is? You know what Steve McQueen is?
Race car driver.
So he was a famous actor for a race car movie. Well, one of the movies was Bullet, which was about a car, but he was in a shit ton of movies and like insanely famous for a really long time. And he was busted down in the Marines 7 times.
Jesus,
dude. He was busted down, which if you've seen any of his movies, it seems like he's the character he plays in every one of his movies because he's always a cool dude who doesn't give a fuck about anything. And so those are all the guys I found that were in the Marines.
Jared, I think you were thinking of Disney Pixar Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen.
Oh, Lightning
From
McQueen.
Cars.
That's what it was. Yes,
Probably
definitely.
after Steve McQueen.
Could you imagine being Jimi Hendrix, like Sergeant?
But was it before he was Jimi Hendrix? Like
No, yes.
Shaggy? Shaggy was a Marine.
That's I have heard that. I didn't see him when I looked this stuff up.
Not from Scooby Doo.
It wasn't him, by the way.
Wasn't him. Oh, that's an underrated joke.
Nice.
So yeah, I think that it was. I just think it was amazing that this dad dude got busted down 7 times a fucking.
Yeah, for sure.
I couldn't find anybody other than like older actors for the Navy. So there was like Paul Newman. So, you know, he passed away years ago. And then Don Rickles, famous comedian who's also died, I think a couple of years ago, and he was like in his 90s. Those are the only famous people I could find that were in the Navy. Air Force does not have nearly as many, but arguably a better list. So here
it's probably all like fucking CEOs of companies and shit.
No, these are just actors and shit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's real. Yeah. All the other ones that retired out are probably CEOs and shit of other
the
companies.
Army's like a bunch of nonsense assholes
like us.
Jeez, what do you think? What do you think the Marine Corps is then? Holy smokes!
Air Force, famous veterans: Morgan Freeman, Johnny Cash, Chuck Norris, my favorite comedian, George Carlin. Those 4 were in the Air Force. George Carlin, who is, like I said, my favorite comedian of all time. He was court-martialed 3 times before later receiving a general discharge in 1957. That's where he got his like radio DJ skills, is when he was in the Air Force. And you know who else is an Air Force veteran? I'm going to assume you both know because your children are the same age as my children. Blippy.
No way.
Really?
Blippy was in the fucking Air Force.
Blippy was in
fucking Air Force. Yep.
Wow.
Learned something today. So Air Force team, pretty stacked.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Morgan Freeman, Johnny Cash, Chuck Norris, George Carlin, Blippy.
That's all you need. That's like the A team.
Yep.
I didn't think Blippy was old enough to be in the Air Force.
He is.
Wow.
Fucking is. And then couldn't find anybody for Space Force.
What do you mean?
I don't think there aren't any famous Space Force veterans yet. But I did find one Coast
Are there
Guard.
anybody out yet?
I heard, Karen told me that there's one person that was
out of Space Force.
They were in the Air Force and then transitioned over into the Space Force and then like retired out or something.
Oh, okay.
So they were probably only there for like a year. If they were anything like me, if I had like 1 day left before my ETS date, I'd be like, can I get just transitioned over to the Space Force for my last day in service?
For sure.
And then whenever anyone asked me, I was like, yeah, I'm a fucking Space Force vet. I would tell everybody.
Then you could say like OG.
Yeah. Like whenever somebody gets attached to Special Forces and you ask them what unit they were with, they're like, I was with Special Forces. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, same thing. I was in the Space Force, man. It was a real tough day. But Coast Guard has one veteran that I found that's very famous. The dude.
The fucking dude.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges?
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges, fuck Coast Guard. And his brother, Bo Bridges. They were both in the Coast Guard.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool list.
That's a great movie.
So it goes to show that there's plenty of, you know, I don't feel like I see it happen as much now.
It goes to show that if you're a fuck off in the military, that you can become an actor.
Yes, Richard Pryor. Oh my God. Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Jimi Hendrix, and all all of those artistic type folks, all got in trouble a ton in the middle. Like if they were in your fucking team, squad, platoon, whatever, you'd be like, God damn it. Like you'd be so pissed off. Fucking Private Hendrickson here is fucking off and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get in trouble for this shit. Then they get out and they become famous fucking musicians.
And then he melts your face.
Melts your fucking face. So I think a big part that's really important when it comes to finding your own purpose, especially when you're transitioning back into the civilian world, is overcoming the obstacles and barriers that are going to be in your way. When you guys got back, when you first got out, did you have, like, what were the biggest obstacles for you guys, if any, or were there not any?
Man, housing, trying to find somewhere to live. I think we moved in with my dad and then we moved in with my grandma, or Amanda's grandma. And just finding a job.
Yeah.
I think those were the hardest.
Yeah. What about you, Jared?
Just normal life, but I think it would have been normal for anybody transitioning out of college, transitioning out of the military or anything like that. It was all just, well, like I said before, it was all just mission driven. It was just, you know, what's next and what can I do next? It wasn't until after that I actually started struggling with finding purpose.
Yeah.
I think the financial struggle too, because you don't think about it, dude. You don't have a car. You pay for gas and your cell phone.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Go to the chow hall to eat.
Yeah,
like you don't really have many bills.
No.
Yeah,
so you don't really think about it costs to live. So
I was married, so I didn't go to the chow hall. I had BAH. We had off post housing, so we had an apartment. We had
nice.
You know, we had cars. We had to make our own food. We had to go to the grocery store and all that. So I already knew how to live outside of the military before I transitioned out.
Yeah.
So,
I also had Amanda. She was out.
Right.
So
yeah, I would have thought, I saw a surprising statistic recently. It was when I was at a class for Veterans Treatment Court that I'm also a part of. And they were talking about National Guard vets, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the suicide rate was highest amongst the branches of the military for National Guard. And I thought that was weird, because I would think that if you're spending time at home and then doing the military stuff sometimes, that it would be an easy transition when you get out.
Yeah.
But the numbers would suggest otherwise, which is interesting. No idea why.
Maybe did you think it might have something to do with like, oh, you really didn't serve, you don't count?
I'm sure that's part of it. I carried that because my first deployment was with National Guard.
Yeah.
And then my other ones were with State Department DOD, so not technically military. You know what I mean? So I definitely carried that. Yeah. I definitely felt that way for a while, despite being in combat, not like fucking Black Hawk Down shit, but like doing your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I still felt like because of that I didn't really serve.
Yeah.
You know, so that was tough too.
Well, yeah, but when you got back from deployment, that was it. You got back and then you're released.
Yep.
So when we got back from deployment, we still had to meet up with our unit every day. So you were seeing the same guys. So it wasn't, I mean, I still struggle with some of the shit that happened in deployment, but directly after deployment, we were with our crew. We were with our squad every day, all day.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So National Guard comes home. They were fucking running and gunning with all their brothers.
Yeah.
And then they come home and now they have nobody.
That's a really fucking good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Because, and you demob, for 2 months or whatever, and then that's it. And you're like, all right, I'll see you later, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then it's like, oh, you live 45 minutes away from me, so we might go to lunch once.
Yeah.
You know?
The dude that he was my battle. I'm not going to say both words. I'm just going to call him.
I'm fucking proud of it. Battle buddy. Goddamn right.
And he lives in St. Louis. He's 4 hours away. You know what I mean? Like and the thing is, so I got back from Afghanistan in 2009. So for that long, we still make a point to go see each other every year.
Mm-hmm.
Like no matter what, you know what I mean? But we don't get to see each other but once a fucking year.
Yeah.
And we spent 9 months together on our first fucking deployment. You know what I mean? In a shitty area in Afghanistan. So yeah, that is a really good point. I didn't think about that so much. And then you try to go back to the civilian world, and like I've said before, I felt like Brooks in Shawshank Redemption, where he's at the grocery.
Institutionalized?
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck yeah, we were.
And then you're just standing there at the grocery store, and like the world's going by just like too fast. Like when you're in the military, on deployment, guard, whatever, you're in a bubble. There's things that you don't have to worry about that are just taken care of. And when you get back into the world, you realize like I have to deal with everything again.
Yep.
Everything. Like that's a lot. That's hard, man.
Well, you're over in Iraq and you see people like a little girl that doesn't even know what a fucking Band-Aid is.
Yeah.
You know, her foot is so swollen she can't walk on it, but they're so poor that they have no idea that it's even an issue. She's just going about her life. And then you immediately come back to the States and you see this kid flipping the fuck out because his mom bought him the green slushy when he wanted the blue slushy. And that's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you guys have no fucking idea how good you have it.
And again, it's like, it's almost depending on their attitude, like to no fault of the kid.
It's no fault of the kid.
They were born in that. A testament to your parents for giving you this fucking world. But a movie that illustrated that point beautifully. Have you ever seen Machine Gun Preacher?
No.
With Gerard Butler. So there's a scene in it. He's essentially, have you, Brad?
Yeah.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. He's a missionary.
I think he was like wasn't he some kind of like a drug gang guy first?
Maybe. But I remember, well, majority of what he was doing there was he was going to Africa, like doing missionary work or something.
Building churches, I think.
Yeah. Yep. And so it was they were dangerous areas, hence why it's called Machine Gun Preacher. And, he's in this area and it's a fucking poor, legitimately war-torn area. And he's in there trying to save these fucking kids' lives and shit. And then he goes home and there's a scene where like his daughter is in high school and is complaining because he won't spend $200 on a fucking prom dress. And he just saw what like $10 could have done for this kid in this other country. And he fucking loses it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, it's not the daughter's fault that this is the cultural norm for her. And so what she's asking for is what all other kids are doing. Like, that's why they're doing it. But when you understand just how fucking ugly the world can be, how
it's devastating,
how devastatingly real the world can be, and how little the universe, and I'm not meaning for this to sound like so fucking bleak, but just the universe doesn't fucking care about you.
No.
You know what I mean? Like we are all just on this fucking rock, just trying to make our best of it. You know what I mean? You realize you're not in the center. You realize you're not the center of the universe. One, because you were taught to be selfless because you're part of a fucking team and you'd give your life for the people to the left and the right of you. And then two, because you're in another country where you're watching these kids survive on like 15 cents a day or whatever the fuck it is. And the crazy part is a lot of the times they seem fucking happy.
Yeah.
Super happy.
They seem so much happier than we are here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think here you have the mentality of want.
Yeah. Instant gratification.
In there, they don't, like you said, they don't know any better.
Yeah.
That's what they know.
Yeah.
Well, that's another with the transition. That's a big part for me is you come over here and, somebody's go work faster. We got to get this up. Dude, this doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the other part of that. Yeah.
This is fucking bullshit. We don't need to do this right now.
It's easy for me to not take myself serious or to keep myself in check, like ego wise, to always humble myself, because I remember I don't fucking matter. Anything could happen to me. No. You know what I mean? When I'm blinked out of existence, the universe won't even remember. No. You know what I mean? Like I just need to do the best I can and enjoy myself and then I'll be all right. You know what I mean? Like the fact I feel, and I don't mean for this to sound wrong, but like, I feel it's like I'm playing with house money, especially if you had things happen where you were close to death or whatever, like when you make it through that, you almost, if you have a positive outlook on life, I guess, and things are healthy, like you almost feel like, you're playing with house money. Like I'm just thankful to fucking be here because something easily could have happened and I wouldn't be here right now. when we hit that IED, if anything was different about it at all, I probably wouldn't fucking be here. When we got mortared and I was up in the turret and it landed X far away from me, that's one little tick on the fucking mortar tube. That was one tick over. It could have dropped in my fucking lap for all I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that humbles you every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then when you go through things, we've all of us here have lost people close to us. When my mom, like when your mom, if you have a parent pass away, when my mom died, that's humbling. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff.
Yeah. That can happen.
Jesus.
You know?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. There's no fucking calling them or anything. I mean, they're just gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it's definitely, I guess you would say, playing with house money.
That, and like if you lose somebody when you're overseas, which my battle did, he had to go home and deal with it, which sucked. And then he came back to his fucking boys. He came back to his people.
Yeah.
We're going to look out for him. You know what I mean? Made sure he was going to be all right. It's not like you just have to go home to your lonely apartment, you know, and now you have to sit here and think with all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. So what's the deal with the battle buddy?
I don't like
Battle
like
buddies
how it
for
sounds.
life.
I don't like how it
Hey,
sounds.
didn't you have like a red card or green card or something? You couldn't walk around on post by yourself?
You could walk. I could walk on post.
Oh,
I couldn't
okay.
go off post by myself.
Oh, okay. To the scary world. Yeah. Keep talking your shit.
Well played, sir. Well played.
I don't like calling it Battle Buddy because I feel like it sounds like a Paw Patrol movie or TV show. I'm like, come on, like, could it be? And somebody sent me something after the last episode where I fucking complained about it.
Yeah.
And it was a video. And it was Combat Cousins. And I was like, all right, maybe that's better. I don't know.
Ours was Libo Buddy.
What?
Libo Buddy.
Libo?
Yeah, like Liberty, like a Liberty Buddy.
Oh, that's so much better.
You know, when you say it out loud, I mean,
Yeah.
well, because I don't think I'm like Libo, but shit, yeah, I guess.
I don't get it.
Like Liberty, like Libo.
They could not go off post.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So Liberty's like your time off, like
Right.
and then you can go out on town and.
Yeah, when we had time off, we could be alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was also in a foreign country. Had I been stateside, I could have gone off base by myself.
Okay.
Well, that's why like contracting's wild.
Yeah.
Because then when you're contracting, I mean, depending on the contract, like we could leave the base and just go downtown, like check out a restaurant, get something to eat.
Yeah.
Which I couldn't do when I was in the military. Some guys, when they were deployed, I think especially in the earlier days, it was kind of like the Wild West. You could do whatever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah.
But when I was there, it was pretty, you know, regimented. Like we were on a fucking base, not a huge base, a FOB, but like, you know, we'd been there for a few years already. You know what I mean? Okay. So strategies for overcoming any of those obstacles that we talked about that you might have when you're trying to transition back into the civilian world. Take advantage of supportive services. So there's plenty. Veterans Assistance Commission, I always recommend. Excuse me. Not only just because I worked there, but because they are supposed to be nearly every county in the country. And they might call themselves a Veterans Assistance Commission or a Veterans Service Center, but like they're fucking everywhere and they're free. So you can just go there, talk to them, figure out what's like available to you. Again, I didn't go to any of that shit when I got home because I was busy. I was just thinking about being home. I almost didn't want to think about anything military related.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go get help for like over almost a decade.
Yeah.
Almost a decade after that.
Been there.
Yeah. So supportive services are huge other than VACs, like local VA clinics, nonprofit organizations. Networking is also a very good strategy. While initially this is something that I would disagree with based on what we've done, like what I've had to do for FAT, I have to fucking agree with it. Networking is really important because you have no idea who's in your backyard. Like you guys living on the same fucking block.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it. And it can help pave the way for some of these opportunities that you might be looking for. So again, like legions and VFWs, you know, you go to a legion or a VFW, it's a lot of older veterans and a lot of them had a pretty good career somewhere. You know what I mean? So if you're looking for a job or you're looking for some help on something, you know, don't forget to check out like your local VFWs. There's also a lot of groups and coalitions, organizations that you can check out in your area. If you're in Illinois, they have Illinois Joining Forces, which is a coalition of veteran organizations in the VA that you can go and check out. There are chambers of commerce, and again, like VFWs and Legion. So those are great places to do shit like that. Seeking mentorship, I think, is really underrated. I didn't realize that I've been doing it, that I've done it a lot in my life, and especially on the nonprofit side. So if you have an opportunity to find somebody that is going through what you're going through and manage to do it, talk to those people, try to see what you can learn from them. And then just building resilience overall. So how do you guys think that veterans can find meaning and fulfillment when they get out?
I think all of those things that you just said.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of those.
Nope.
And I fucking struggled hardcore because I thought I was alone. I didn't know any vets. I didn't know anybody that was deployed. I didn't know anybody that was in Iraq. I didn't know anybody that was in Afghanistan, anything. So I was alone and I just dealt with my shit because that's what you do.
Right.
So I fucking struggled every day with some bullshit fucking job, working for some asshole that doesn't give two shits. And when you're in a lot of the trade unions in Chicago, we don't live next to each other. It's not like my neighbors on my crew.
Right.
So when we split ways, he goes an hour north and I go an hour south. And so we don't see each other after.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just struggling every day, trying to figure out, and it wasn't even, am I alone? It was like, I am alone.
Right.
I am alone and I will take care of this because that's what fucking men do.
There's no way anybody understands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I mean, and then, so it got to that point and I even called the fucking vets crisis line.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, I need help.
Yep.
And they're like, are you going to commit suicide? And I'm like, well, I don't know. And they're like, okay, you could call this number.
Jesus, that's what they said to you?
Well, I mean, it was.
Yeah. Something similar.
It wasn't that brash.
Right.
But what are they going to do?
Right.
It's a person over a phone. It's not face to face. They're not going to lead you. I mean, they're going to try to do the best as they can. But if you're not actively going to fucking off yourself, they're not going to call an ambulance because what's the ambulance going to do? Hey, do you want to go? No. Okay, see ya. So it got to that point, and I was, even after that, I'm like, I'm fucking alone.
Yeah.
There's nobody. Even the fucking crisis line isn't on my side, is what I was feeling.
Now, if you didn't feel alienated before, holy fuck.
Yeah.
I called the crisis line and they didn't fucking know. Then how fucked up am I?
And I didn't have any VA anything.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, are you, I said, I want to talk to somebody from the VA. And they're like, well, do you have VA insurance? No. And they're like, well, you have to apply for VA insurance. So I'm like, okay. So I'm going through this shit on a Tuesday and you're saying I have to apply for this. And I may or may not get a letter back in the next 2 months saying whether or not I qualify or not, which I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a letter saying I do not qualify because I made too much money as a tradesman, because I made over $50,000 a year that I was not qualified for insurance.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm back at well, now what the fuck? So if I wasn't alone before, the crisis hotline's not helping me and the VA told me to kick rocks. So yeah, it was rough.
Call the crisis hotline like, hey, it's Eric again. I know we just talked. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah. Still in this position. Yeah. Like, got any other ideas for me? Yeah. Like, I think it's so hard. And I say this knowing that a lot of people do this professionally, but it's so hard for me to wrap my mind around how we believe we can corporatize dealing with a crisis, a mental health crisis, because in my opinion, to deal with somebody in one, you have to be human. It's not necessarily so much a policy that you're following. It's about reading somebody and talking to somebody and listening to somebody and really trying to be there for that person. Like the crisis calls and stuff that we've gone on, I couldn't imagine if I had to follow. Like I understand there's a difference between having like an outline or something. Like I get it, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's hard to deal with those with people in those situations, which is why there's such an issue finding crisis intervention programs or even a crisis line. The crisis line is more or less just trying to divert you either to the police or to a resource they might know about, but that's not talking you down in the moment.
Yeah. And honestly, for what it is, it can't be any more. You know, you can't have some special program for literally every single person that is going to, you know, steer them away and grab their hand. I get it. Right. That's why I was so proud a couple days ago. We had the guy in the F.I.N.E chat. We have our group chat, and one of the new members said, "I'm struggling. I need help." And fucking 4 or 5 people right away. Where are you at? We'll meet you. Done. And then he had like at least 5 people in his corner in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was the most amazing thing I had ever witnessed.
I was reading it all as it was happening, and I didn't say anything because I didn't want to.
Yeah. Well, it was all set up. You didn't have to.
Yep. And I was just watching it, and like it made me teary-eyed.
Fuck yeah.
Like I'm just sitting there. Like like you said, he reached out for help and just said he wasn't doing good and he needed some fucking help. And he met us the day before, 2 days before he came to a Troops on Trails thing. And then he came to a group, was fine in group, you know, just hung out, bullshitted. And then he reaches out for help. And like you said, within 15 minutes, there's like 6 people, just like you with the fucking car.
Yeah.
Or you're like 6 people are like, I'm on the way. I'm right there. I'm going to be there. Do you guys want, does anyone want coffee? Like fucking just people are just like,
yeah.
And again, it's that mentality. It's not like who's going to do it. It's like, nope, I'm going to do it. This is the job. I'm going to get it done. It's not an if, it's a when. Like I'm going right now.
Yeah.
Like it's happening.
And it's not that corporatized VA crisis line where the ladies in fucking Virginia right now.
Right.
Saying, okay, well, step 1 says I have to ask you, are you going to kill yourself?
Are you giving away your things? Remember, they ever give you the A's card?
Yes.
Where like they were asking you if you're going to kill yourself. And then what would we do? We'd run around and just yell how we were giving away all of our things and shit just to freak people out. But like, yeah, what are they supposed to do? And sometimes it's not that you need anybody to do something specific as much as you just need somebody to be there.
Yeah.
And just talk to you like a person and not make you feel bad for what you're going through. Like if you can do those, which almost anybody can do, you can alleviate a lot of the stresses. Most of the time, I think, just by fucking being that. And so, yeah, man, it was, and everybody was talking about it, like about how happy that made them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they used the fucking Fat Cave, the lounge, you know what I mean? And went over there to talk to them. So it was just really cool to see something like that.
Well, everyone always talks about Project Headspace and timing, helping veterans.
Yeah.
And nobody ever has a fucking clue what that means, you know, on the outside.
You can't market that. Yeah, I don't want, you know what I mean?
They help veterans. Oh, they help veterans.
Yeah.
No, we seriously fucking helped veterans.
Yeah, man.
I mean, there was no better way to go about that.
Yeah. And you've gone on calls with me before because you help us on the Spartan Shield side. And again, it takes the whole program, our veteran crisis program is taking fucking forever because I would rather it take longer. Like it is difficult work and I understand why so few people do it, but we're doing it. And like watching shit like that night happen, I'm just like I messaged Karen, who's the chair of the board. And I was just like, I think we're fucking onto something here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like watching this shit. Because again, and it's not like anybody thinks that they replace your doctor or whatever. It's like, no. We're not telling you to or not do anything.
Yeah, we are not.
We're just here. We're just fucking here.
With a similar situation. Not, I mean, we don't know exactly what everybody's going through, but we have at one point went through something similar to what you have gone through at one point.
And because we all served, that establishes a baseline of trust.
Yeah.
For at least a little bit, you trust me enough right now to let me talk to you, regardless of the state of mind you're in, because that's how strong that bond is. But
well, me and you, I don't know, Brad, we haven't really talked about it, but me and you, Eric, I mean, we've both lost people to suicide.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So all those people, if they were able to just send a fucking text.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, seriously.
And have 4 people in their corner in 15 minutes, they would all be with us still.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
That's a good point.
And it's like, and that's also why too, I do my best to like just send texts just to check in. You know what I mean? Nothing doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean I'm worried about you. I just want to see how things are going. And this is my fucking excuse to reach out to you. Like, yo, check it in. Sure. What's up? You know what I mean? And yeah, I know you and I talked about the guys that we'd lost, and I've talked about it before about how when Kemper died, how something literally, I feel like, just snapped in my fucking brain, where I was just like, nope, not doing this anymore. And I can do one of 2 things with that energy. I can either end it myself for me too, or I can just throw everything I can into just fucking stopping this thing that's taking all of our friends. You know what I mean? And we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're figuring it out as we go, but it's going all right.
It's fucking going, dude.
I would agree.
And you can't market that stuff. And I say that because I don't want to, because I don't like putting situations out there necessarily. It's like, oh, fucking feel bad for this veteran. Look at us veterans. Like, feel bad for us. Like, I don't like that. So when it comes to talking about veterans in crisis, we don't like share much of that stuff. We'll talk about it, you know, we'll talk about it here, obviously keeping it anonymous, of course. But it's like, you know, that's why when Fox 32 did a story about John Besserman and I, a Marine that we helped out, you know, then it was like easier for me to say, this is what we're doing. And I need you to trust me that this is what we're doing, because I can't talk to you about all the other situations. You know what I mean? Like, but to be able to see it unfold like that is a beautiful thing. It's very cool. Anyway, where was I at here? Hold on.
Oh, and by the way, I mean, whoever does that, they're not fixed.
No.
It's not 4 people showed up and fixed him.
Everybody's better now.
And holy shit, look at that. I mean, an angel came down and fucking blessed him. I mean, he's not fixed.
Nope.
He just knows that while going through, or he or she or whoever reaches out in the future are going to know that other people have done it.
Yeah. And it's a process. And just in a moment of weakness, of vulnerability, where any push from the universe could send you into one direction or another. Like, excuse me, I think about all the time. Like, that's why villains are more interesting to me than heroes, because I'm just like, a villain just went through a few different things and then they turned into this fucking villain. That could be anybody.
Oh, for sure.
Any superhero could have been a villain. You know what I mean? And so I think about that sometimes, but what were you talking about? Right before I brought that up.
I don't know. I think I ended my statement.
Fucking lost my train of thought again. Son of a bitch. Anyway.
I think about that with homelessness. It's really like 3 things away from making everybody homeless.
Yeah. And it's very, again, fucking humbling. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, so to be able to see veterans kind of starting to come together more and more to do stuff like that, that's what it's going to take. And it doesn't matter what organization it's with. It doesn't need to be with fucking FAT.
No, I hope there's more organizations like this that open up.
I know there's one called We Are the 22 in Arkansas. They do it across the whole state, but they roll up with fucking vests and IFACs and shit. I'm like, yo, I don't know what your insurance bill is, but like, fucking no, man. That's way too much. Just us getting there, you know, with first responders or the hospital.
Dismounting in an MRAP.
Bro, I'm just like, you guys must get really nice sponsored, like donations and shit. They probably do. I mean, having a fat MRAP would be the shit though. But
dibs on being driver.
That's fine.
All right, cool.
I think it'll be fine. Those things are fucking awesome.
Just get a really long stick and have it outside.
Yes, sir.
Have the door open. But yeah, no, I love seeing stuff like that and just knowing that we're doing the right shit. So how do you guys think that veterans, did I already ask that question?
What?
How do you guys think that veterans can find meaning and fulfillment in their post-service lives after service? How they can find meaning? I
was going to say, I don't remember if that was the last question you asked, but I think they need to get off the high horse. A lot of them, a lot of veterans, like the ego trip.
Oh, that's a bummer and a half.
Great point.
Yeah. Because you're not, you get back and you're like, oh, I was a you know, I was in the Army or I was in the Marine Corps, you might get a free drink or something, but nobody really gives a shit.
Free chicken penne on Veterans Day at Applebee's, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I joined. But yeah, no, you meet that a lot. I think I told this story before, but I kind of was guilty of that when I first got home. Just thinking like, oh, I've seen stuff, blah, blah, blah. But that was quickly taken from me when I volunteered. No, I was doing my hours for my my paramedic, and I was at the hospital, and I was talking to a World War II veteran, and he was like, oh, have you ever seen any of those IEDs? And I was like, yeah. I told my fucking stupid story that's really not that cool. And he was like, yeah, I was on a submarine in the Atlantic, and we got hit by a fucking torpedo or whatever, and 700 went in and 350 came out, and then the sharks came. I'm like, Jesus, man, that's way fucking cooler. Like, I'm sorry. That humbled me immediately in that moment. I was like, oh, I learned, like, I didn't do shit. Like, I didn't do shit, man. Yeah. So that definitely, you know, kind of brought me down like a little bit, which was necessary.
I have a veteran that is in the class with me. And maybe he listens to this. I don't know. Maybe he needs to hear it.
Yeah.
He talks way too much about being a veteran.
Yeah.
Literally everybody every day is, well, it should be good because it was in the Army, and you know because we gotta turn paper in. You know, like, oh, you have to have a CPR, blah blah blah. You have to have your CPR card, and it has to be for BLS, basic life saving CPR card. Well, I did mine in the Army. Okay. Does it say BLS? No, it says Army. Right. Completely different. Like, you know, you're one of us.
Yeah.
You know, you're not special. And every single day it's, well, in the Army, we did this. Well, in the Army, we did that. In the Army. And I'm like, dude,
man, yeah.
Like, I try my hardest to make nobody know that I'm a veteran.
Right. And it's maybe like some just projecting or whatever, you know, he just wants to make sure everybody knows, like, all the time, like, hey,
all the time,
hey, I served, thank me for my service.
And I don't know if it's a thank me for my service or if like I'm one up on you guys. I really don't know the meaning behind it. It just gets annoying.
Yeah.
And then he found out I was in the Army, and he, you know, every day he's on the other side of the class. He'll stand up. Oh yeah. So Jared, you know, when we were in the military, and I'm like, whoa, guy, like, you were in the military. I was in this other thing over here.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
So yeah, the ego trip is pretty rough to see, because you know it shouldn't be there, you know, so it sucks.
Yeah. I think and some guys just stay like that their entire lives.
Yeah.
They act that same way. And I would compare it almost to, like, you know, if the kid in high school who was like star of the football team, and it's like fucking 15 years later and he's still fucking talking about it.
Wearing his Leatherman jacket.
Yeah, bro.
The Al Bundys of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
Al Bundy was awesome though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, except when he talked about his high school football game.
I used to have it memorized.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you
anymore.
But
yeah. So I've noticed too, as far as like guys transitioning after service, there are a lot of movie plots about them. They're my favorite movies. Movie plots where guys have to come out of retirement to like kill a bunch of people, you know? So that's like the portrayal. I feel like that's the biggest portrayal of what it's like to get out of the military in movies.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because that's when they show, like, that's the only time like transitioning into the civilian world really comes up. It's either that or one of the super sad military movies, like the Hallmark ones.
Yep.
So like Expendables, John Wick, Equalizer, Red, Rambo, Taken, all like he was in the special forces and now he fucking lives in the alleyway or some shit. You know what I mean? And then somebody steals his fucking cat and he kills like 180 fucking people
without a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the Equalizer, he didn't use a gun that entire time. Did you know that?
I don't think I ever realized that, and that's a great movie.
Unless you count the nail gun at the end,
which I wouldn't.
He does not use a firearm that entire film to kill anybody.
I really didn't notice, and I've seen that movie several times. Yeah, it's a great movie. I'll fucking watch anything Denzel Washington's in, personally. Yep. So other ways that you can find something meaningful that don't involve, you know, doing that stuff, are you can pursue your passions.
I think that's a huge one.
Pursuing your passions.
Whatever your passion is. I mean, don't don't get locked down in this fucking 9-to-5 bullshit job.
Yeah.
Where you just fucking hate your life every day.
Yeah. And part of that might be hard if you're used to the regimented lifestyle of the military to understand that you can also just be free and just do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, within reason. There's definitely limitations. And I'm not saying that you don't ever have to work again in your life, but I mean, make your job enjoyable.
Yeah.
If you're a mechanic and you hate being a fucking mechanic, go do something else.
Yeah. Yep. Have the courage to try something new and understand that you might not love it.
I think it might be a comfort thing though, too.
Oh, probably.
It's a steady paycheck. You're supporting your family. So,
but that's what gets you into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, overcoming that transition, that's a huge one to just enjoy being whatever it is. Enjoy being when you're at home, just being there. Yeah. Enjoy being when you're at work, just being there.
Yeah.
But whenever you have to go do something every day that you can't fucking stand, it's just going to compound all of your fucking mental health issues.
They always say like fall in love with the process. Like successful people always say like shit like that. Like fall in love with the process, the day to day, because that's the grind that's going to take you to whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So if you don't love that process, if you don't love what you're doing every day, this is going to fucking destroy you.
Yeah. Find a different process.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree. Also serving others. Like if you were in the military, you probably used to the idea of serving others, and you can still continue to do that. Again, like you said, Jared, you felt like you were alone for a long time, and then you found out that there was another veteran that you got along with that lived on your fucking block.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, Nick and Casey, excuse me, they lived across the street from each other. Like they were literally across the street from each other, both veterans. Found that out, became fucking best friends. Like you have no idea what could be waiting for you out there. You have to fucking try. It's scary. It feels a little vulnerable and a little weird. And you're going to feel a little anxious, but you can find that there are other people out there like you that are so close by. You know what I mean? And I think that's a fucking beautiful thing. And serving others is another great way to find more connections in your community. Making a positive impact, that's another one. So absolutely, like you were used to being a part of a team that was going for an overall mission. Again, you can make a positive impact in other ways, similar to serving others, like whether that's with a nonprofit, like we were talking about Sleep in Heavenly Peace, or any other organization. So that's extremely important. And then connecting with your community. I read that one and I thought it was so fucking important because it's like, yeah, you have veterans that don't feel like they're a part of their community when they get home. We've talked about it. Because you feel like I'm different. It's us versus them. You don't understand me. So I'm not going to be a part of my community. But it's like you fucking have to. They need you a part of it. You need them and they need you. They can learn from you. You can learn from them. Like it doesn't mean you have to be like them. And it doesn't mean they have to be like you. But you have a fucking part. You're a piece. You know what I mean? You're a piece to this fucking puzzle. And it's going to make you feel more whole if you become a part of it again. And you get a little bit of that feeling that you had when you were overseas or with that platoon or squad or team. Do you guys have any stories in particular, veterans who found purpose in any unexpected places, or any thoughts for any listeners that are seeking their own paths to fulfillment?
I found purpose in a disability.
Can you expand upon that?
Yeah. So that was one of the biggest things I struggled with when I got back from Japan, was like, where do I belong? What do I do? I did like the factory job. I did Wendy's and stuff. But then it took me to losing my vision to know that, like, I think my purpose, at least this is what I think my purpose is. My purpose is to like inspire people, like not in like a condescending way, you know what I mean? But like
not from arrogance.
In a way that like, wow, this dude has been through this. He's gone and he's still trucking along every day.
Yeah. So it's very genuine. Yeah. It's very authentic from you. And you're doing that.
Yeah.
By just doing your day to day, man.
And I think that it took me until I was in my 30s to realize that that's my purpose, is to like inspire people. But
that's cool, man. Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. I think it's a great purpose.
My purpose sounds like shit now.
What's your purpose, Jared? It's on you, bro. Better be good.
Oh, fuck. I like things.
I make a really good sausage pizza. Yeah. That's why I'm here. What do you think yours is?
I have no idea what my purpose is in life. I mean, I can't follow that anyway. So, but mine would be jujitsu, dude. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's nothing else. Like, you're literally struggling with other men, you know, at the same time. So it's like camaraderie and you're doing something hard, which I mean, I think everyone needs, whether you're a veteran or not. Just stop living a soft life and try to fucking do something hard that makes you uncomfortable, that puts you in a scenario that, you know, you're not normally in and you have to be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
That just reminded me. You guys remember the show Real World?
Yeah.
It was like the beginning, like 7 strangers throw together. Mm-hmm. They had to stop being, or when things start getting fake and start getting real. Like that's what I felt like. But like, like that was.
They should do that, but for the military, like for a platoon, like 42 strangers. You know what I mean? And like do the same kind of, like it gets pretty fucking real.
It does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they can't put that on TV.
No, you could not. I don't think you could at all.
Well, there is a vet TV now that you can like subscribe to, and they have like skits and all this like funny.
Is it good?
I've only seen a couple like the Marine skits that people have sent me.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
All right.
I always notice too, it's like whenever you see people out there volunteering, especially like the older folks now, like so many times I'll look and I'll see there's a guy wearing a Vietnam hat. There's a guy wearing a Korea hat, like the crosswalk guard in Mantino.
Yeah.
I see him outside like every day, and you see, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. That's a vet. Just being a part of their community, just being a part of something, making a positive impact, doing something, like finding those types of things, finding purpose in unexpected places. And you find that by just being a part of your community again. You know?
But I feel like that's everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know, I don't think you should have to be a veteran to do that. I mean, the community aspect is so fucked up right now.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's actually a part of their community. They just go on Facebook and bitch about their community. That's all they do.
And that's why I think veterans are so instrumental in sharing that community feeling with their communities. It's like, man, no, this is what it feels like to be a part of a community. Having a bunch of people that are just accepting you for who you are and are just going to help you out if you need it. Like, we got you. That's all. If you can do those things, like, we're doing great. You know what I mean? So if you are looking for support and guidance in navigating your post-service journey, I definitely recommend, like I said, starting with your local Veterans Assistance Commissions, Veteran Service Centers. Look them up online. Look up nonprofits in your area, community programs, VA resources. We cannot stress this enough. Please reach out for help and support if you need it. Try to connect with your peers, mentors, anybody else in your life that can offer you guidance and encouragement. And if you are a veteran listening to this, I encourage you to think about your own post-service goals. And if you aren't getting there yet, that you take proactive steps towards finding purpose and fulfillment in your lives.
And don't give up.
Yeah.
It's gonna fucking suck. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Once you find the right group of people, though, everything falls into place. Once you find like what you're looking for, I guess, in a sense.
One of the most important things I think you learn, especially like, I don't know what all the other branches had to do, but Army, I've always heard people say anywhere between 14 to 16 miles, but you have to do a ruck march before you graduate, right? And you get to a certain point in that ruck march, unless you're a fucking PT god or whatever, where you're just like staring at your fucking feet and you're just like saying to yourself, left foot, right foot, left foot, right. Like you just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And you know you can't quit because you got guys behind you that are fucking relying on you and you're carrying shit. They need you to do your job. All you got to do is just keep focusing on what's in front of you. You know what I mean? I feel like you get to that point. I would get to that point, whether it was my run or like those long ruck marches where I'm just staring in front of me and just keep telling myself, I just got to keep going. You can't quit. You have to take that mentality with everything you do. Miyamoto Musashi, talked about him before, 16th century Ronin, greatest swordsman that ever lived, said that know the way broadly and see it in all things. You can take those skills and apply them in other places in your life. That's so fucking important to have that attitude, I think. That's a very good point. Other than that, any other thoughts?
That's all I got.
Anything else? Nothing?
No.
Nothing, Bradley?
No, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
I really appreciate it. I'm glad you were here. You had some great stuff. And I'm just very thankful for everything that you do, man, including being here. So thanks for being here. And thank you, our listeners. And again, thank you to our partner Trio for their participation and support. Please make sure you like, subscribe, leave reviews, share the episode with others. Feel free to reach out to us on our Facebook page, either for Project Headspace and Timing or the I'm Fine podcast for feedback, questions, suggestions for future episodes, whatever you got. And as always, if you're a veteran in a crisis, know that there is a 24/7 confidential crisis line. It is support for veterans and their loved ones. Contact the Veteran Crisis Line. It's 988, then press 1, or you can text 838-255. So thanks again to Jared for being here today, to you for listening.
Also, I'm sorry for shitting on that line.
I've shit on it before too.
Okay.
But I mean, they're working on it.
Yeah. I mean,
you got to work on it.
Either way, if you're in a crisis, call. Don't
reach out.
Yeah. So for sure, it's not worth it.
And there's nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
We got nothing else. Like F.I.N.E has a hotline that we are working on kicking off. That's just for our area.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why we're not actively promoting it so much. And a lot of the times that we've called 988, there's been times where it's connected them to the police, whatever. But in certain situations, if you are in a crisis, you got to call somebody.
Yeah,
you got to do something. And then it's also nice that they have a texting option. Because I'd rather text about it. I don't want to talk to you about how I want to fucking kill myself. I'd be like, I don't want to kill myself. I'd rather text it. I feel like that's easier. You know, it's not, I don't know. It's not as time consuming. So thank you again to Jared for being on here today. To you out there for listening. We hope that we helped you go from being freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional to truly being fine.